Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Testing 1 2 3. Cubaan suara 1 2 3. Cubaan suara 1 2 3. Cubaan suara 1 2 3. Alright, apa khabar? Oh shit. Okay. Alright. Okay, I think we're good. Alright. Alright guys, hello, welcome. Alright, I'm gonna make this quick. I'm just gonna play Genshin today. That's it. I'm just gonna play Genshin till 12:01 AM. That's it. There's no fancy introduction. I just want to play Genshin. That's it. I think like, oh yeah, and every like if I enough.
These are the clothes that the lady chosen from the audience was wearing, right? Her clothes are here, but she's nowhere to be found.
Yeah, that's shit.
Right. And do you really need to do that if you're kidnapping them?
Kidnapping? Why my?
Ugh, this is so confusing. Paimon doesn't want to be a detective anymore.
Young lady clothes. Huh. Oh shit. Okay. Alright. So okay, I don't. Okay, got the clues. Look around for clues. Okay. Send me the tracks. A lot of clues here.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Yes, I can see that.
Speaking of which, why would there be water here?
Oh, Paimon knows! It's one of those tricks where you pour water into a jug and then flip the jug over only for the water to disappear. And here's a broken vase. Huh. Did the trolley knock it down while moving?
That can't be. The trolley moves along tracks from start to finish. It couldn't have hit the vase at this distance.
Let's note this down too and think about it later. Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh?
Perhaps it was a prop for a different
Whatever it is.
A van.
What is this place?
We found the imposter. It's a van.
It seems someone could fit through here.
and like an imposter could feed
Could
through.
this have been the suspect's escape route?
Oh my god, it's
Alone,
freaking Among Us.
perhaps. But if they had to pull another person with them, the space would be too narrow.
But there are no other ways in or out of here. Oh, you're right! Let Paimon write that down. Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
Yes. Let's head back up.
Oh, and I need to sneeze now. Excuse me, guys. Hey. Yeah, right. tomorrow.
Well,
I
we've
think I'm gonna be
ascertained the state of the
streaming.
crime
I don't know
scene.
if we're gonna stream tomorrow.
Let's find a place
I
to
might
sort out our
not
findings
so
once Malus
I
returns.
will be in my
Seems
social
to
media after
me
this though.
that there are several things that don't add up here.
All right.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle.
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal escape through the vent?
They believe the odds of that are very low, since the vent leads to the Opera House's basement. The guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the basement during the performance or after the incident.
So the tunnels become like a secret chamber then. You know, like the kind you usually see in novels.
The plot thickens. Halsey's disappearance
Okay.
and Cowell's death are both quite inexplicable. No wonder Farina was so confident in her accusation. All the current evidence points toward Linny and Lynette.
In other words, the charges are very likely to be upheld unless we make some considerable progress.
Charges and then trial. So if the charges are upheld, they'll announce a sentence?
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. That's right. This is how indemnitium is produced. The statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys, witness testimonies, and even the audience's emotions will all be projected on the oratrice. To put it simply, it's as if the oratrice has its own will, and is a judge in its own right.
This also precludes any kind of favoritism on the...
Once both sides have finished, then, finally,
Huh? So that machine is the one that actually decides?
In practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment, which is why people have great faith in the Chief Justice. Ah, yes, the guards also asked me to convey that none of us will be allowed to leave this place before the trial.
Huh? Why?
Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxies. That makes us persons related to the case.
they're concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties, or that we might find outside help to disrupt the case.
Bro, what?
And even if that were not so,
That's not
it
even
could
fair.
prove problematic if we happen to spread key information about the case ahead of time.
I'm ready to break out at any time.
Whoa, whoa! There's no need for that! Paimon thinks they have a point. That said, are they providing food?
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the lack of options. I'm afraid that catering to all tastes is not in the cards, nor is any guarantee of balanced nutrition.
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. Pity. I was hoping to take you to try some of Fontaine's famous desserts, too. I mean, what better way to properly think through our findings than over some tea and sweets?
Huh. Breaking out suddenly doesn't seem like such a bad idea after all.
Paimon.
Just kidding! Just kidding! Paimon will still do her best, even if there are no snacks.
What do you mean, no snacks? Of course we'll have snacks. If we cannot buy some, then we'll simply make some.
How are you gonna make one?
Understood, demoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
Wait, you're carrying a portable stove with you?
Bruh, what the fuck is that?
Yes,
That
I must
gimmick?
be prepared to meet the demoiselle's baking needs whenever the fancy strikes her.
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at the ready.
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it. Please sit tight for a moment. You'll get to taste my awesome snacks soon enough.
These three are quite the interesting group. And Paimon thought it smelled good while it was still in the oven. Oh, it's even better now.
Man, it does look tasty,
Paimon
though.
can't stop drooling.
The
From
food
the way
does
you
look
had these
very
two
tasty.
guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon thought you'd have them do more during the baking process. But you ended up doing the entire thing by yourself.
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
That's not what Paimon meant, but okay.
Paimon was just thinking. Aren't you worried
They are
about
just
getting your
emotional
fancy dress
support.
dirty, beating egg whites and baking like this?
Okay.
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone any. Don't underestimate beating egg weights, by the way. It's a real arm workout. Anyway, give these.
Only 3?
Well, eating too many sweet treats?
Tea is ready to be served as well. This is demoiselle's favorite. Strong. No need for concern. I'm mere.
Alright. Let's skip the eating part.
All right then. Down to business. As Paimon mentioned previously, the tunnel seems to be something of a secret chamber. However, we can assume that Linny and Lynette were not alone within it. Some criminal also occupied its sealed confines. The magician twins could have committed the crimes, of course, but they lack any logical motive.
Exactly! Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
The flower vase and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate some altercation between Halsey and the criminal in the tunnel, resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes, and her abduction. Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too easy to identify if she was still wearing the same clothes.
Eh?
Paimon thinks that makes sense, but the real trouble is...
Yeah, I know everybody said this third person even exists. That's the
True.
thing.
None of the clues we found thus far support the existence of this third person, but the only people left to consider are both technically victims, whether it's the missing girl, Halsey, or poor Cowl.
Huh. Could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic props in order to murder Cowl before making her escape?
She had no way of knowing how the magic trick worked.
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would need to understand the entire trick to pull it off. Nor does she have any motive. The guards said that she has never had any dealings with the Magic Troop's members.
Were we not thorough enough in our search? From the sound of things, this is turning into an impossible case. Your macarons are amazing though, Nadia. They smell
Macarons.
great! They're nice and crisp and super sweet!
They are my specialty after all. And I see you've already had 5 of them.
Well, when did she take?
5? Oh, that can't be right. Paimon only counted 3.
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might actually be a good thing.
No. Being greedy is one thing, but Paimon knows how to count. Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough.
It's fine, you ate them. You...
Wait, even you don't believe Paimon? How could you? If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then may they turn into stone in her stomach!
All right, we get it. Well, I suppose one of us might have gotten too engrossed in our chat and eaten
Wait,
them
is
by
this
mistake.
one of the
No big
clues?
deal. Malus, set up the stove again if you would.
Huh?
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course.
Exactly. We don't want to trouble you.
As you wish, the one.
And I have the egg, sugar, and almonds.
Well, this...
Okay, I think it's gonna be a part crucial
Well,
clue in
that's
the
it for snack
history.
time. I'm going to have another look around the area. I don't know what we're looking for yet, but we've still got some time. As attorneys, I suggest the 2 of you think the case over again. It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on stage during the trial.
All right, thanks for your help, and for the snacks.
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Malus, it's time to go. I'll be back if I find anything new.
Fine, I can
All
leave.
right, it's time to put our heads together. We've got to get our defense ready for the trial.
Yeah, they're following the 8 to 10.
It's probably
Alright.
gonna be a long and difficult case. There's no point in worrying about that now. We just need to prepare.
Wait, can I
Take Paimon's notes. They should help you review the situation.
get out?
My apologies, but access to the venue is...
Can I get out? No, let me out! Oh shit, it's not over, isn't it? Oh shit. Oh well, I guess I wait. Wait, let me do this one first. Okay. Recipe a while, okay. I have to wait until like 8, right? 8. Alright, let's go. Shit. Is that 8? Oh, I have to wait like 1 day. Sorry. My bad. Can't believe they made me wait 1 day in game. Sorry guys, you haven't talked too much. I mean, got very bad stomach right now. I might have to do a toilet break after this. If my stomach stop being in pain.
What do we do? The whole situation is so confusing. Good plan. Impossible things don't just happen. We'll get to the truth one way or another.
Just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lenny and Lynette, at least we will be supporting them from the stands. Besides, I doubt Farina understands any more about what happened than we do.
Thanks, Navia. Well, we'll be going then.
Best of luck to you.
Right, it's eternity time. Great. Now I got very bad stomach. Might have to pause the game after this.
Finally, you're back. Well, how did your investigation go?
Might
To be honest,
need more.
you might be disappointed.
No. We're already very grateful that you were willing to help.
Well, now, don't you all look disappointed? Don't tell me that your investigation came up empty-handed. That was to be expected, of course. The guilty can never produce proof of their innocence.
What the fuck?
But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you, my most anticipated...
Since both parties are present, I declare that the trial regarding the magic show incident is now in session.
Nice decision.
Firstly, in order for the audience to understand the causes and results of the incident, could we please have Mr. Linney explain the trick?
Yes, of course. I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage. All the necessary items have been prepared.
Okay. Okay, wait. It's done. Okay.
Thank you,
Just
Mr.
straight to
Linney.
black.
In that case, I take your statement to be that you ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began, and thus could not have committed the crime. Is this correct?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
In that case, I call upon the prosecution. Lady Farina, do you wish to refute his statement in any way?
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot
Okay.
and break this case
Why
wide open.
she remind me of Hutao
Mr.
for some
Lenny
reason?
is clearly lying.
Objection!
There is no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct Halsey and murder Cowell. In fact, I'd say you were hardly in that tunnel at all.
That is simply your hypothesis.
Oh my god, it's 2 things I did. Oh, okay.
Just based on the presumption that I'm guilty.
Oh, is that so? And if I may ask, what did you hear while you were inside your box?
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I kept track of the time and built anticipation for the finale.
And you didn't hear anything else at all? Nothing that might leave an impression of any kind?
No, nothing.
I see. But when the count reached 30 seconds or so, there was a thud.
Okay.
One so loud that I believe practically everyone heard it.
Huh?
Hey, hang on. Something's not right here.
Know about that sound.
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud from in.
I was right by the box and I definitely heard the thud.
Uh-oh. Whoa,
Look at
okay.
those scales. Could those mean...
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to use the words of the magician himself. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. Indeed, it seems his alibi can also collapse in the blink of an
Okay,
eye.
chill. Wait.
Of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are rock solid. Tell me, aren't you and Lynette actually from the House of the Hearth?
The House of the Hearth?
What's that? Wait, what? Were they with the Fatui?
No wonder they did something like this.
Oh shit.
So the serial disappearances were the Fatui's doing. Now it all makes sense.
I've got a feeling that what happened on stage probably wasn't just an accident.
That's irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell us everything that happened during that 1 minute.
Okay.
Your first priority is to prove yourself innocent after all. I'm sure there is little that needs to be kept secret now. Unless your script already has holes in it.
Shit. Okay.
The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my,
What the heck?
don't they look flabbergasted?
The fuck?
Now comes the infighting and discord, I suppose. This was almost too easy. Good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night is really paying off.
Hey, Linny, why didn't you tell us this before?
Order! Order!
So they're different.
Mr. Linney, allow me to re-establish the facts. Lady Farina has raised 2 points. First, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Second, you and Ms. Lynette are both Are these claims true?
She could have been all set up beforehand. Shut in his hotel along with the hospitality. There must be some kind of scheme at work here, okay? I've been a bit of such schemes before and now.
Please answer my question, Mr. Linney.
I'm sorry. Yes, they're true, Your Honor.
I knew it!
This is hard to friend.
Well, that's it. We might as well move on to the sentencing already.
Hey, you have to.
Granted.
Sir, let me speak, sir. Oh, damn it, this is hard. We need Souls Goodman over here, shit. Yeah, cannot proceed. Okay.
In that case, what is your request?
I request a brief injury.
Is that really necessary? They're already as good as guilty.
The defendant deceived their own attorneys. What is there left to discuss?
Order! Order, I say! Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn. This trial will reconvene in 1 hour.
So you would stick to Mr. Linney's defense even after knowing what you do now? You certainly have more professionalism than I thought. In that case, my dear audience...
Okay, chill. Alright, Leonard. I cannot help you if you not tell me the truth. I'm gonna be a Souls good friend for a while. You have to tell me everything.
This is awkward. I didn't think the Hydro Archon would dig all that up. I'm sorry, Traveler and Paimon.
Yeah, thank you for making it impossible to like prove you're innocent now.
Sorry.
Paimon doesn't know where to start. We trusted you two. We based our entire reasoning on the assumption that not to set the wrong tone or anything.
I'm very sorry. I know you've clashed with the Fatui several times before. I wouldn't be surprised if just hearing the word is enough to make you. But our organization is very, very large, and the Harbingers have very different personalities and goals.
Right now, we want to save people. As many as we can.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face. I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become good friends. That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you, but chose to hide some details instead. The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort than we need to. Right. So, you be the judge. Heck, if I were you, I fear that I'd even struggle to trust me at this point. You met a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster by trade. All by coincidence, too. But still, I'm asking you to trust me.
Sorry. Please forgive us.
Well, you both say that, but... Right. Let's hear your answer first, and no lies now.
Of course. I'll answer any question you ask. We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why it has a consciousness. Why can it deliver sentences accurately? During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is beneath it. From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick with the objective of getting close to the core.
Is that why you needed a whole minute?
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15 to get to the opposite box. So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House basement via the vent, and went to investigate the room in which the core is stored.
You are guilty, Tibe.
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel specifically to execute this step.
Well, nothing. As soon as I reached that room and was about to investigate, I heard someone's voice. Which should have been impossible, of course. I was quite certain that I was the only one in the room. That voice seemed to recognize me and tried to speak to me. I chose to err on the side of caution and retreated the way I came. On the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground, but the countdown was almost finished, so there wasn't time to give it any thought. After that, the homicide occurred just as you saw.
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
But why you want to understand how ultra-sized object?
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course. We must know all we can about this nation's secrets in order to deal with that prophesized crisis.
That's the only way we can save everyone.
So, there you have it. The whole truth.
Connected
I
to
swear,
the
I
voice
didn't
that
hide
we
anything from
heard.
you this time.
When
It
we
was
first
never my
stepped
wish to
at
proceed under
Discord.
this cloud of mistrust either. But like I said earlier, you can be the judge. If you want to leave because you don't trust the Fatui, there's nothing I can do to stop you.
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
I believe in the facts, okay. I will defend you.
Thank you.
But I cannot
Thanks for
guarantee
giving us a
that you are not
Problem
guilty.
is that the scales are tipped pretty badly against you two. If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusations, we're gonna need a seriously watertight defense.
So we already have the key evidence we need.
Huh?
I should almost over. Let's go back.
Oh, Paimon thinks she gets what you mean.
It's him again. Okay. Alright, let's go back to the cart. Damn, where's Yang Fei when you need her?
Both parties have returned to their positions.
Yeah, I mean,
Let
if
us
only like,
continue the
if
trial.
only like they have phones
When
in
last
this
we left off,
in Genshin.
Mr. Linney acknowledged
They
the
got
new
robots,
evidence
but they don't have
presented by Lady
mobile
Farina as
phones.
fact.
Damn, we
Therefore,
could like
Lady
give
Farina
Yang Fei a
may
call. Hey,
continue
you
stating
help me?
her
I'm kind of in
reconstruction
a
of the
bad
events.
tight situation right now.
That took long enough. Now then, if everyone would lend me their attention at this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linny's perspective.
Don't face this point. Oh, okay. Better than you can identify the loopholes in the statement. Okay. Okay. Oh.
As the countdown began, he
All right.
entered the tunnel. When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and got into an altercation with Halsey, which caused the loud thud. He did not realize that this sound could be heard by everyone in the opera house, which is why he claimed earlier that he could not hear the sound. Finally, he used the vase to knock her out, before making her change clothes to prevent others from recognizing her. At this time, Cowell arrived in the tunnel, having heard that strange noise, and caught Linny red-handed. So Linny proceeded to knock him out too before stuffing him into that box. Afterward, Linny passed the unconscious Halsey to his accomplice through the magic box in the audience stands.
Okay.
And there you have it. That's the truth behind what happened.
Does the defendant's side have any objections to Lady Farina's description?
The key to refuting Lady Farina
Oh,
is
wait.
the order of events.
Zoom in?
What Linny experienced and what he saw.
Okay. 여기 타네 참. Witness the crime taking place.
According to Linny,
Objection!
he left via the vent
She
after
should put
entering
like
the
some
tunnel.
kind of
He couldn't have had that altercation with Halsey.
Objection sound for like Ace Attorney games. Alright. Okay, remove her clothes to identify. Okay. Okay.
Linny went to the room that contains the.
Okay. Return to the tunnel. Can I already take a piece?
Linny did not.
Attention! Ace Detective Paimon
Alright,
has something to say! When the countdown started, Linny did indeed go into the tunnel. But he immediately used a vent to access the Opera House basement, which is where the underground core of the Oratrice is stored. Once he reached that area, he heard a voice in what should have been an empty room. Since he felt something was amiss, he returned immediately. The crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the tunnel again, and in order to complete the magic trick, he did not remain there for any length of time. Finally, he reached the surface, and that was when the accident happened from his point of view. Therefore, he's innocent!
Okay.
Paimon did it! Paimon actually managed to say all that!
Paimon isn't over yet.
Isn't it awesome?
In other words, you believe that he knew nothing of the incident?
That's right!
Your Honor, my client was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
My reasoning?
Okay. Cover bomb into the by change the answers.
If that's the case, then if Cowell hadn't entered the tunnel, who was the entire setup meant to kill?
Objection.
Assuming that what you say is true, Linny only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance case. What would the point of killing someone on stage
Haha, I said that.
Oh, they have a point.
Point.
That's right.
My god, the crowd was so stupid back then.
That's why they're partners of mine. They've managed.
Oh, well, your denial is very strident. I'll give you that.
Okay.
But what proof do you have to back your claims?
Okay, are you...
Of course I do. If he had been in the magic box the whole time, how could he have not heard that sound? Why do you ask? You're saying that he wasn't?
Lemau. You just forgot, I don't think it's not became my weapon. Okay. Actually, I should be that really. Okay. So is that a district?
That's right! Linny wasn't in the box or in the tunnel. That's why he didn't hear anything strange during the performance. This means that when the crime happened, Linny had already entered the basement via Area, the vent.
He was
The
venting.
same clue you used to disprove his alibi has now become the best proof! How do you
Okay.
like that?
Well played. To think you'd use such logic. Well then, if it wasn't Linny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
Okay, the murderer was. Yes, again. Select the answer and fill the empty years to verify the correctness of your deduction. If you made a mistake, you must make another selection for the remaining option. Ooh, when you answer all the questions correct, you can complete this logic chain. The gardens against the fireworks is near. Pro and water. This cost of thank you. Only the member of the troop will be able to tamper with the props. Give detail about how it should be used by the box. The idea was for the box containing the audience member to be transported across via a tunnel underneath, and Dina himself will also be used this tunnel to get to the other side. Having changed her outfit, Lynette and her assistant will take charge on stage interaction. Clubbing to House Hesley. The lady who went missing will fall in the tunnel, and reason for this remain unknown. Could it be?
Halsey is the missing person and an ordinary audience member. Or did she have her own scheme all along? Could there have been a third person involved? The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. Halsey is the missing person and an ordinary audience member.
It's incorrect. Oh shit.
Could there have been a third?
What? Incorrect? So it's
The
just this?
deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
Oh wait, so it was. Okay, so you telling me like Cowell was.
Huh? That can't be right. Are you serious? The killer was, in fact, Cowell, the deceased!
Oh, is that so?
Alright. What's the
How
reasoning then?
interesting. Let's hear your reasoning then.
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowell did,
Damn,
and
I
how
haven't-
he went
I've
from
heard-
would-be
we've been talking a
perpetrator
while.
to victim. No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. So, where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey?
Okay, is it by having animated print?
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment. It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Linny as well. Linny was not in the tunnel. It would have been tough for both people. It would have been tough for both people to fit. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. So, there must have been some fear that she would attract attention.
Okay.
The deceased's name is Cowell, No one entered or left. No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. Linny was not in the tunnel at... It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. Linny was not in the tunnel. Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment. Halsey's clothing was in the...
Here's that question. So, current stage struggling. after Paimon brings all the material in the audience stand. But according to the guidance, testimony, no one entered the floor, so even there will be no mean of sitting. But will be full view of the audience, pretty much guaranteed that they would be discovered.
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having trouble figuring things out?
I see how it is. So this was all just...
Look, since we're at a dead end, just like the trick as it transpired, the end result must have been utterly different from the—
If only we knew how.
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 exits. And it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a real live person disappear.
Get before the water tank. Wait, could it be in the water?
Excuse my interruption, dear opponents.
Okay.
But do you not see that the...
Okay.
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the
Wait.
trial.
Okay, hold up there.
Lenny was not in the tunnel at that moment. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal.
Okay.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Lenny's assistant. The vase was not broken by chance.
This is correct. Yeah, that clue wasn't there, bro. Okay, so basically I was supposed to be wrong in that part.
Paimon gets it! It all comes together if Halsey disappeared instead of being kidnapped. Lynette escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving only clothes behind. If there's a similar method where a person could be transformed into water...
Just
Okay.
a moment, please. I do hope you know how preposterous you sound at the moment. How could a person ever be transformed into water? This is reality we're talking about here, not some magic trick. Must we really? I should think that of anyone. Your friend Linny already knows this truth very well. Magic tricks are ultimately just illusions and misdirection. But Halsey's disappearance
but
is
how the-
very real.
He
We're
escaped.
talking about 2 completely different things.
Okay.
Even so, I trust the Traveler's judgment. The truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of reasoning may open if we try to gather all the focal points that don't make sense. Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him. But given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings, would it?
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end of their rope. The way I see it, your suggestion that we broaden the scope of our investigation is nothing but a tactic for stalling the trial.
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse, I believe that additional evidence may help us make more progress. Guards, please step into the lounge and examine the personal effects of the deceased, Cowell.
Got written with the news.
We are still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress that we feel must be shared with everyone post-haste. We discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage, each labeled separately. The notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are... water
Primordial
from the
sea?
Primordial Sea.
The Primordial Sea.
The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal drugs and that he had an accomplice.
Okay.
The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which the keyword dissolve appears many times. One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. It is empty. The notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as some sort of test subject. As such, we believe that the defense's hypothesis is, in fact, supported by sufficient evidence.
You've got to be kidding! People dissolving into water?
What
Could
the
something
heck?
so ridiculous actually be true?
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain prophecy, but it's just a coincidence, isn't it?
Huh. If people can become water,
Okay.
does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? And if Cowell was targeting that girl... Wait just a minute. Could that mean... You two, with me, quick!
Mademoiselle, wait! What about your partner?
Let's go. Just trust...
Order! Order!
Okay.
It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effects has yielded some surprising results, but we cannot yet verify the veracity of these clues. Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic, albeit with the understanding that Ms. Halsey has yet to be found. Guards, please continue examining the items along these lines. Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence, so please continue speaking.
Of course. Thank you, Your Honor. If we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many of this case's seemingly unrelated clues can be connected together.
Right! Like the metal hook! That would... Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water from the primordial sea.
The deceased's name is Cowell. Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for another magic trick, but was... The rope that strung the water tank up was lit by the fireworks and... Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire time. Did she have something to do with this? I remember there was something else within the inner layer of that box. The water from the primordial sea should already have been prepped before Halsey entered the magic box.
Okay. What identity the culture used to control the timing of the dissolution? Okay, so this.
Now it seems like the hook rope... The rope that strung the water tank up...
Hypothesis is incorrect, but I correct with one. Okay.
Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for another magic trick, but... Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire... I remember there was some... The water from the primordial... Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for...
Okay, dua salah.
Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire time. Lynette was in the magic box... I remember there was something...
Satu lagi. Ya
Now
kan?
it seems like the hook rope would...
Alright. Hypothesis is correct. Okay.
It's Ace Detective Paimon's time to shine again! In the original plan, Cowell would tamper with the water tank rope and the number selector securing his target. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box. When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial sea inside it would pour down and dissolve Halsey. Afterward, Cowell would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel, with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage. But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel and wound up being fatally hit by the same water tank he meant to use to cover his tracks.
Huh. That does make sense.
That actually links together a lot of the more confusing pieces of evidence.
Oh dear.
Okay.
What do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now. Have I falsely accused an innocent person?
Okay.
What a humiliation.
Now, it seems like the only point of contention remaining is the exact circumstances that led to Cal's death.
Okay.
His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be related to the situation.
So you mean this is
On
another
that
guy?
note, the guards have just contacted me indicating that they uncovered new
another
evidence.
evidence, okay.
I shall now invite him on stage to share it with us.
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just inspecting the luggage of the other people involved in this case, and we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea among Linny's personal effects.
Ah, shit.
What?
That can't be.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Well, how wonderfully
Okay,
comedic to have your own
she's beginning.
counterattack only to come back and wound you. Does this not clear all
Man, she's
doubt?
really arrogant.
My dear
isn't she?
citizens, my loyal audience, present my reasoning and bring this performance to a swift close.
Oh shit.
Linny did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all.
Okay.
Indeed, he did leave the scene via the vent, having made modifications to the props beforehand. His accomplice Cowl then caused Halsey to vanish using the water from the primordial sea. But upon his return, in cruel avarice, Linny desired sole credit and prepared to do away with his partner in crime. Ultimately, he knocked Cowl out, and the tool meant to cover the crime up also became a murder weapon. Now, as much as I...
Okay.
Am I right, Mr. Linny?
We've used up all the evidence we collected. There's no way for us to make a rebuttal here. Is this the end of the
Alright. Name. We really need young Faye for this one.
Paimon can't think of anything either. It doesn't look like there's any way around it. Seems using the water as new evidence was too good a move. Why did this have to happen now?
I think we've all seen enough now. And we have ample witnesses to my flawless reasoning.
Okay.
I believe this is indeed the finale. Now then, my good, noble Chief Justice, should we not, in your view, move...
Excuse me, everyone, but I must interject.
Miss, I must ask you
Okay.
not to shout and to respect the ongoing legal proceedings.
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. Now, would anyone here like to take a little break from all this debate and see a little magic? I'll show you an amazing trick. One that
Okay.
can bring a young woman who has disappeared back in the flesh, right before your very eyes. Please, do the honors, Mr. Linny.
What in the world is she saying?
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are beyond my scope as a magician.
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about misdirection, isn't it? But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again? And wouldn't such a trick be the most marvelous finale to today's performance? Come on, Linny and Lynette. Give it another go. Don't worry. Spina di Rasula has made the necessary arrangements on your
Okay.
behalf. But as the magic makers and stars of the show, I think I should leave the final performance to you.
I understand.
And voila.
Wait, is she gonna come out from that closet? Wait, what?
Sorry for the interruption.
Wait, isn't that Halsey?
Halsey.
So the whole thing about people dissolving wasn't true after
Now
all?
I'm
To be
confused.
clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my sentence.
Wait.
I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me, and then before I knew it, she caught me.
That'll teach you to underestimate us three.
Where should I begin?
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm the one who killed Cowl.
I knew
I
it.
admit it.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Why?
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey.
Wait, you're from
Lillian,
Mondstadt?
And I'm originally from Mondstadt. I heard that Linny's show was gonna be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy a ticket, so I stole one.
Okay.
That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there.
It's just a thief.
And I'd never been caught before. But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away. Lenny was the one who caught me in the act.
Hey, no wonder you
Oh,
look
wait,
familiar.
it's just the same.
You were the thief.
She's the same
Lenny
thief.
even mentioned that you were
Huh.
pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose me. He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. I thought he was on to me for sure. So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee. But then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone jumped into the tunnel to nab me. I wasn't going to take that lying down, so
Oh.
I knocked him out and stuffed him into the box.
Oh, okay.
There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance costumes.
Okay.
I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside the opera house.
Can a person even hide in there?
But I swear I didn't know that the water tank would fall down. Really, I swear it. Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box. I may be a thief, but I'm no killer.
Well,
This case very complicated. It make my brains melt.
This time, we need to tell the entire story from Lillian's perspective. The strange sound wasn't from a fight. It was Lillian's attempt to break out when she was frightened. The flower vase was not broken to cover anything up, but was smashed during the struggle between Lillian and Cowell.
Okay.
Lillian was afraid that she would be recognized if she left, so she changed clothes and hid, biding her time. Just what one might expect of an experienced thief.
And it's Ace Detective Paimon time! Having been selected out of the blue, Lillian panicked. Her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel and had water poured on her head. Hearing the commotion, Cowell leapt into the tunnel, only to discover that Lillian had not dissolved. He did not know that Lillian was not from Fontaine, but was a thief who made her way in by stealing a ticket. Mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea needed time to take effect, he tried to force Lillian back into the box. The two broke the flower vase during the struggle, but Lillian came out on top, knocking Cowell out and putting him in the box. With no way of escaping, she changed her clothes and hid in the costume trunk until the performance ended.
Okay.
She knew that she would have to go through guard inspection if she tried to leave afterward. So, she has been trapped in the opera house these last 2 days.
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons. So, she swiped 2 of them right under our noses.
I knew it. Okay.
Talk about a sneaky thief.
So Paimon didn't eat 5 macaroons.
The
fuck?
in the tunnel have now come to
But when did she take like
so
3?
That's the whole
The heck?
story. Bravo! Bravo!
Oh man, this
now then, Lady
log
Farina, do you wish to speak against the defense's
card
statement?
games melting my brain.
Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may add, the trial has not yet ended. As such, I request that the prosecution not leave the room before the proceedings have concluded.
Okay. Hydraulicon, are you okay?
What? Are you reading my mind now? No, I have no further arguments. I admit defeat. But really, could you at least have left me with some dignity?
Wow, look at that! She's like a deflated balloon now.
If there are no objections,
Are you
then
sure you
as
want
the
the
Chief Justice
the
of
Hydraulicon?
Fontaine, I shall once again repeat the full sequence of events.
Yeah, this guy questioning me.
The actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell,
So, yeah,
selected his next victim
Cowell
from the
was
audience
the
reservation list.
the serial
With
killer
some
technically.
modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be chosen. To cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was dissolved. He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and he poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box and stuck it to the box's lid.
Okay.
Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman to said box. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lillian was not from Fontaine, and thus fled the box with a loud noise.
She stole the ticket from another person.
Realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered
So
the
only-
tunnel and
so
met
only people
Lillian.
from Fontaine
Thinking
get
that
this
the
off?
waters had not
That's
yet
weird.
taken effect, he decided to proceed. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome,
Yeah, was more
knocked
capable than
unconscious,
he thought.
and placed into the magic box, and thus
The
became
woman
his
knows
own final
MMA.
victim. Lillian, according to her own statements,
Yeah,
then
it's the lock.
changed clothes and hid until the performance ended, before hiding in other parts of the opera house.
Most of people are built different.
As for Linny, he was in the underground structures within the opera house, and was thus ignorant of these happenings. From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude that Linny, the accused, is in fact innocent.
That's
While there is much in Linny and Lillian's conduct that should still be investigated separately, this case at least can be handed over to the Oratrice to make the final decision.
Wait, what? Okay. So why it remind me of Honkai started for no reason.
As such, Linny and Lynette are officially declared not guilty.
Great work, partners.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn. How did you find the water from the primordial sea in Linny's baggage?
Yeah.
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know. Or was that not a discovery?
Okay.
But false evidence that you dare to bring before this court.
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not Linny, but you, yes?
Oh shit, I thought you were wrong.
I'm sure you know what you must do to lessen your sentence.
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
I was just following orders. We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, you have become a liability to said higher-ups, yes? Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know, and seek the protection of the guards.
Yes, I'll tell you everything I know. Our boss discovered that the water can cause people to dissolve.
Okay.
It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration. We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent mora off it. The disappearances were also the boss's idea. I mean, this is the boss we're talking about.
Okay.
The...
So what? Oh shit! What the fuck? Oh boy! It turned to water. Yeah, holy shit! Okay, that's gruesome.
Now he can no longer talk.
Oh yeah, wow, okay.
Ruthlessness.
Seriously, Lini, you make a
I shouldn't
joke?
have expected any less of them.
An outrageous act.
Outrageous.
All present, please submit to inspection
So
immediately.
you tell me there's a secret organization besides the Fatui who wants to take down the Fatui, but also using water to dissolve people. Huh. Interesting, eh?
So,
I really like the story
we're
in
just
this
going back now?
the story in this new update. However, I really bad at the detective side of this story. But it seems to be so for now. Okay.
That's...
Traveler, Paimon! Please wait.
Linny...
I know you may not want to speak to me right now. Maybe you don't even want to look at me. But still, let me thank you again for defending me to the end. Even after you learned that I'm a member of the Fatui. I guess. But regardless, I'd like the opportunity to set things straight. I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent. I've spoken to you as myself, just plain Linny this entire time. As for why I'm a Fatus, it's because the goals of the House of the Hearth align with those of an orphan like me. That's all. That was how Father, who you might know as the Knave, approached recruiting us back then too.
Okay.
The Knave? The one who controls the House of the Hearth?
Wait.
He's your father?
Is the Knave?
That's right.
Who's that girl again? The one that look like Eula, like an evil Eula or something?
Would you mind hearing a
I
story?
remember. I think someone.
About my
I think
past.
she's from that
Back when my parents
trailer.
first
I think.
died, Lynette and I were left wandering the streets.
Okay.
To survive, I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer who did magic. It took me several days to figure out how he pulled off his amazing tricks. I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowded corner, and we began to perform magic tricks there. To my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop worrying about where our next meal would come from for a time. But I didn't want my sister to remain a street rat together with me forever. Before long, an aristocrat came to me and claimed that he wished to take us in after watching my performances.
So you went from orphans to nobility just like that?
That was how we felt at first too. As if fate was on our side and we could say goodbye to those painful days. But I gradually discovered that while we were called foster children, he was really after my talent for magic tricks. He would constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner attention, which he would then use to expand his social circles.
That doesn't seem too bad either. Better than roaming the streets at any rate.
It took a while for me to realize just how dark his heart really was.
Okay.
After one particular performance at a banquet, I discovered that Lynette was not on the same return vehicle as me. I waited a long time after we returned home, but she did not come back. I went to that noble's bedroom and asked him about her whereabouts. The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift.
Wait, what?
I mean, you'll be able to perform your magic regardless of who your assistant is, yes?
Oh no. So he was gonna... But wouldn't Fontaine's laws deal with such people?
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care. And I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called eminent person and hurried through the night.
She saw her sister.
But by the time I leaped over the walls, avoided the guards, and made my way in, all I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood, and the Knave standing there in the darkness.
So, she'd already taken care of that guy.
That's right. She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm, and had even discovered several girls hidden in a basement, all of them orphans. Father, the Knave, might have seen something in me.
Okay.
The House of the Hearth welcomes you, for your interests align with ours. Here, none will ever betray you. Indeed, betrayal shall never be permitted here. I was hesitant to trust her. I mean, I had just been betrayed by nobles, but she was also quick to destroy the noble who had taken us in at first, giving us back our freedom.
Oh, so that's how the two of you joined the House of the Hearth.
Isn't she?
She has her own plans.
Okay.
She has gained permission from the Tsaritsa to first use the Gnosis' power once she obtains it. She plans to use it to find a way to break the prophecy and save Fontaine.
So, she believes in that prophecy too?
That's right. The whole House of the Hearth
This
is
is
currently
some
working to
quite
combat that
big
crisis.
lawdom right now.
Today's case has also proven that people from Fontaine can indeed dissolve into some sort of water, thus further supporting the prophecy. All of us
So
house
people from
members
Fontaine
here,
are made of
Lady
water.
Arlecchino herself included, are from Fontaine. We won't give up on defending our homeland. To us orphans, the only connection we have left to this world, apart from our family, is our homeland.
So, from small deeds like distributing magic pockets to huge schemes like stealing a Gnosis, everything is aimed at dealing with that prophecy.
It's all right. I understand. The only thing I can do is relate all this to you. I just hope you can understand that even as a member of the House, I have never stopped making my own decisions, and that I believe what I'm doing is right. If you should need
That's some
anything at
dark
all in the
shit,
future,
man.
feel free to find me. I will do my best to help you, as plain Linny.
That's some very dark shit over down there. Yeah, bro.
Bye, Linny.
Huh. What's this? Man, poor Lenny. Great twist of magic. Alright, finally I can leave the opera house. Hey. Not yet. Say 10:30, okay.
Hey there. What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
Were you looking for us, Navia?
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that we're getting closer to solving the serial disappearances case, though. Huh? What's wrong, my dear partner?
I just want to find my brother, man.
Besides, are you sure we're the ones who can crack a case that's been cold for decades now? And given that there's new evidence from the trial, there should be a trail of breadcrumbs for the Hydro Archon's people to follow now.
Ah, I see. Well, I won't lie. I'm a little shocked to hear that from you. But I suppose you are just travelers who have only arrived in Fontaine
No
after
shit.
all. Sorry. I might have been too presumptuous.
Don't say that now.
Aw, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too. It was like having new waters flowing into a stagnant mire, causing new hope to spring forth, and the reflection in the murk to become clearer. Sorry about that. I'm a bit prone to nostalgia. Wait, shall we have a farewell meal? You know, to commemorate our time as partners?
Huh? Do we really need to get that formal?
Well, I'd just like to have a proper ending to Anyway, it would just be a meal, so it shouldn't take up too much of your time.
You don't have to twist Paimon's arm. If Boss Navi is treating, count Paimon in!
Oh, wonderful. In that case, why don't we return to the Court of Fontaine and head to the Hotel de Boer? I believe we'll make it just in time for dinner.
All right, then. Let's have our farewell meal.
Alright, finish Act 1. Okay. Didn't finish quickly there. It's okay. Right. Let's go. Scare off, we finally can leave the court. It's a really long mission though. Alright, let's check something first. I need to check my achievement. Okay. Then I need to check my. Oh, I got one wish. Yeah. Alright, let's see. 5. How many I can buy? Only okay, not even one. Okay, I need to collect like more. If we got enough time, we can I can do a straight pool. Okay, go to the hotel, bro. Okay, can I at least go around first? Oh, is that? Oh, it's underwater. I see. I see. Yeah, I remember that we can dive, right? Alright, let's try diving. I haven't tried diving yesterday. I forgot about it. It's diving time, boys. Let's go. Oh, what's that? Okay. It's a locker bird. Alright, let's try diving first. Will I die if I don't have any stamina? What's this? Rumah. Tak masuk. Never mind. So how do I dive again? Oh, just press B. Too shallow to dive. Okay. Woo! Hey, nice. Apa ni? Recovery orb. Touching it because your character to absorb energy, then restore the aquatic stamina and HP. Okay. What is the chest over here? Okay. When I fight in the pirate, unleash a fierce limited attack. How I fight? Oh, okay. The heck? Oh, never mind. Okay. Oh shit. Oh wait. Chill. Okay. I don't know what that do. Huh. Just I think that's how you fight in underwater. Shit, I'm almost out of health. That doesn't do much damage. Shit. Alright, I gotta run away first. Hey, look, I'm a catfish. Okay, what's this now? It should be proper state. This is by as many things the word what properly is common, huh? What's this? Enter. Oh, you send me back up. Okay. I should give my Lumin some help before I go back and inside the water. Whoa, okay. Lumin became a dolphin now. Can I do this with all my characters? Oh, okay. Oh, I think it's... Is it just Lumin or just... Or is it just 14 characters can do that? Huh. Look, Paimon, I'm a dolphin! Yeah, it's really nice. I really like... I want to explore more, but I want to like finish the story quest first before I start exploring. Yeah. Right, that's fun. I'm gonna come back later. I'm gonna like finish it later. I'm gonna finish. Wait, one. Forget. Okay, sorry guys. I'm playing too much Ghost Recon. I forget the button layout for a while there. I'm gonna explore the underwater later. I'm gonna finish the. I want to finish the story first, actually. What time is it? 10:30. Yeah. Okay.
I came here several times with my father when I was little, but stopped eating here as often after growing up. I hope the food here will be to your taste.
Oh, don't worry. We haven't eaten at a hotel like this in a while. Paimon's getting excited already.
Okay.
In that case, I'll go order for us first. Please wait here a moment.
Ooh,
Whoa.
everything looks so good.
That looks tasty.
People in Fontaine sure know how to enjoy life.
Why, of course. Go ahead, try whatever you like. If the food's good, I'll make a group reservation for the rest of Spina di Rosula next time.
And if it's not?
Well, then I'll still bring everyone. Albeit with only one dish per table.
You, sure have your own way of doing things. Oh, we called this a farewell meal, but we could also treat it like a victory feast, right?
Oh, true. Very true. In that case, boss, we'll have another 2 dishes.
Huh? Paimon didn't mean that you had to order even more food.
That's why Paimon can't finish your food.
Speaking of cases, do you think that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances will get caught soon now that this has all happened?
Well, we've certainly taken a big step forward, but I feel that's about it.
If it hadn't happened right in front of us, Paimon wouldn't have ever believed that a person could be dissolved like that.
Yeah, that's gruesome.
Right? Yet it was because this was such a preposterous notion that the investigation could never really move forward before.
Ugh. If only that guy could have finished speaking!
In such investigations, even the smallest step can seem like a yawning chasm if the trail of clues is cut off. To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities might conduct. It's not that I don't have faith in their ability. It's just that a different perspective is required in some matters. It's easy to guard against and deceive a single narrow perspective. A shift in thinking is required at such times in order to produce a breakthrough, which is exactly why the Spina di Rosula exists. Those highfalutin folk are not all-knowing. That's why we exist. To seep into the cracks where filth falls through. Where the...
Seems Paimon thought things were simpler than they actually are.
It's all right. Well, this was supposed to be a farewell meal, so I doubt you have further interest in this business, right?
Okay.
Let's talk about something else. Like, what are your future plans?
What should we do? Okay, we wanted to ask the hero about my fucking
true.
brother.
We didn't have a chance to speak to her after the trial ended. It didn't really seem like the right time or place to do it anyway.
I see. So, your primary objective, which has been foiled so far, was to have a chat with the Hydro Archon. I've heard that there's a long line of people waiting to meet Lady Farina. I suspect you'll be waiting for quite a while, considering that you missed your chance today.
Yeah, we've heard that she's super popular here in Fontaine, and that it'll be tough getting any of her time.
Well, would you consider some more, unique ways?
Guess that's Spina di Rosula's boss for you.
Well, one way would be to infiltrate a performance troupe at the Opera House, only to abandon your act at the play's climax and ask to speak to her after the performance. I'm sure Lady Farina would be eager to see the ending, and would agree in order to finish watching the play. Don't you think?
Okay.
Could you suggest something a little more practical? This plan seems pretty hard to pull off. We'd have to go learn how to act, and acting's really hard.
All right, here's another.
Can I just
Find
ask
a way
her?
to conceal yourselves under her bed. Then wake her up in the dead of night and demand answers. Don't let her go back to sleep until she answers all your questions. I can personally testify that this one works. When I'm sleepy, I'll do anything as long as I can finally get some sleep.
Okay.
That might work, but that's not really the problem. The problem is we don't want to get ourselves arrested.
Ah, valid point. I overlooked that part.
how,
I was just thinking about leveraging a person's desire for sleep.
how can you overlook something like that?
All right, no more joking around. Perhaps you could... Oh, I don't know. Cut the line when she's on a break. You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations. False accusations she had nearly upheld personally. I imagine that she feels quite ashamed about the whole thing.
You mean that if we catch her while she's on a break, she might be too embarrassed to refuse?
Worth a
Why
try.
don't we give it a try after this meal? You know, strike while the iron is hot and all.
Huh? Paimon, did you drink my Fanta?
Was this your drink?
Lamo.
Sorry about that. Paimon wasn't really paying attention and the cup was right next to Paimon.
No, it's fine. We're just about done here.
Alright. Honestly, Paimon wouldn't recommend Fanta anyway. It tastes kind of salty and icky.
Is that so? Huh. Well, in that case, we'll have to blacklist the Fanta here then. If we're all finished eating, then I'll go pay.
Yeah, we're stuffed. Thanks for the treat, Navia. Oh, so full. can barely float anymore.
You could try walking, you know.
Nah, that would be so normal. You know, like you.
But at this part of the
As
game,
for
I think
expenses
you
this
walking
month,
is
we're
the most
left
unnormal thing for you to
with-
do.
Hey, Navia, what are you doing over there?
Oh, nothing. It was just a meal, you know? Nothing the Spina di Rosula can't cover.
Okay, shit, she's poor.
Let's get ready to try to meet the Hydro Archon again. Bye, Navia!
So this is goodbye, huh? Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in Fontaine, you're always welcome to contact the Spina di Rosula. I'll give your requests the highest priority. In any case, I wish you smooth sailing. I'll see you again, partner.
See ya!
It's like rain, fall without reason. Okay. Go to the Fontaine Plaza in front of the Opera House. Alright. Going back here again. Sheesh.
There aren't many people around anymore. Looks like that boat we took to Araneus might have been the last one.
Vache.
Oh, it's that voice again.
Looks like we're back here again. Huh? Traveler? Are you hearing voices again?
It's clearer than it was during the day.
Ugh, that's kinda spooky.
Vache? Vache.
Hey,
Vache, what's
why
that?
are you still walking towards it? Huh? Hang on. Paimon can
Wait,
kinda
Paimon can
hear
hear
a
it too?
voice. It's calling for Vache, right? Hey, traveler,
Okay, shit.
stop walking! Come on, wake up!
I don't know what's happening. What's happening? Holy shit! It's the water! The oceanic! Ah!
Vache, are you my dear Vache? No, wait. You seem to be someone else.
You remember
Do you know
me?
Vache? Do you know where my love is?
It's the thing that we beat we built when we get farming materials from.
Wait. Who am I? I'm very sorry.
And she's not annoying in this one,
My
okay?
memories feel like they have been washed away like a flood. So many fragments dissolved amidst the tide, never to be recovered. How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I since forgotten? Yes, that is what I was once. But now, I am but the consciousness of one who has lost their form. I do not know how I came to be like this either. I only vaguely remember being covered in light blue water,
Oh shit.
and then all grew dim.
She was of the victim.
I also remember going to many places. I loved adventure. No matter where I went, Vache would go with me. I knew how dearly he loved me. And I also loved him equally as much. But now, we can no longer go back. The pain of such parting. No! Our reunion no longer has any meaning. There is no way for us to create any new memory. The thought of me gives him no succor. So let it lie forgotten beneath the waters. If you meet Vache, tell him not to look for me.
Okay.
Tell him to move on. That is the only thing I still remember. Perhaps that is so. As I was submerged in the waters, losing consciousness, I saw Vache above the surface. His eyes were filled with such sorrow, such longing. If only I could have comforted him. Told him that I did not suffer. Is that what you call it? Dissolving.
Oh, okay.
If anything, I consider it a form of release. It was a state of neither fear nor frenzy, with only an endless peace, the water still surface. I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time, and only then sees how they have lived for so long in a world of endless want. I think I hear your companion. It's time for you to go, I think.
Is that Paimon? Alright, I wonder how much time is supposed to really be.
Farewell then. I am glad that you were able to sense my presence.
Alright, go back to the royalty back. Oh, cutscene. Wait, what the hell happened? Paimon. What the hell happened? Whoa, what? The fuck? Okay, alright, I gotta shut up now. Oh, she's a great sword user.
Demoiselle, look out!
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex.
Gardamex, okay. Oh.
Chlorand?
Quick, now's our chance!
Whoa, okay. Damn, the song. Whew. She got a gun! She has a freaking gun! Alright, what the hell happened? Paimon, what the hell happened? I was sleeping for like
lending us your sword
2
there,
minutes
Chlorand.
and like shit happened.
But before I do so, could you explain how you managed to show up here?
I followed you. It seemed to me that danger has followed you more closely as of late.
Okay.
I believe that following someone without their knowledge is actually called
Okay.
stalking, is it not?
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety, and I will
Okay.
not betray his trust. He would do the same, were he alive today.
Do not speak of my father.
Don't talk about my father.
Sorry, Demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Thank you for your aid, Miss
Maybe
Clorand,
she's
but
not
do
using that
keep an
double
eye
blade.
out for your manner of speech. I believe we all wish to avoid unnecessary emotional harm.
Sorry, I did not consider your feelings.
Whatever. What else do you know? How did you come to the conclusion that I'd be in grave danger?
I doubt I know much more than you, but I believe that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances is very powerful.
Very powerful,
Your
huh?
performance tonight will almost certainly attract their attention.
I'm sure they've known about me. To be honest, I'm shocked it's taken them this long to act against me. And what about these Gardamex? I thought only those associated with a Maison Gardiennage could control them.
None of these mecha have serial numbers. I was sure to check a moment ago. They are not the ones used by the
Okay.
authorities to enforce the law. I can only conclude that some powerful or wealthy party must have obtained them
We
via
got some
illegal means.
kind of like
deploying them as a private
Batman
force
Court
of
of
sorts.
Owl stuff
What?
happening here.
Your point being that they're out of Spina
You got like
Ursula's league, then?
what you
Yes.
call
Be careful.
the
and do
Illuminati
not act
stuff happening,
rashly.
like people like
I will
behind the
continue
scenes
investigating no matter what.
controlling
We will bring the truth to light.
the crime scenes right
That's
now.
my father's true last wish.
True last wish, okay.
Regardless, thank you for your help today, Chlorand. But if you get any ideas,
I do not think that they'll strike again anytime soon.
right. I suppose that's the best news we've gotten today.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Clorand was being sincere with you.
I know, she's...
What just happened?
Thank goodness! Paimon thought we were done for! Those Gardamex came out of nowhere while you were unconscious, and Nadia and her gang saved us! Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Chlorine who came out to save us too. We got lucky there. Paimon probably couldn't have fought them off otherwise.
Oh, so you're a fighter now, Paimon.
Come now. Forget all that polite talk.
Paimon
That
apa
wasn't
suddenly
really a
like think to the
farewell meal
heavenly
we had back
principle.
there. Not for me, anyway. In truth, I hope that every meal we have together shall be a victory feast. As such, we're still partners. There's no need to thank me.
It will take 50 years for me to match Demoiselle's magnanimity.
If it were me, I would have joined the Spina di Rosula on account of her goodwill long ago.
All right, you two. That's enough.
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger?
Well, to be honest, you're the one who tipped us off, Paimon.
Right?
Huh? Really? Paimon contributed somehow?
Yes. All thanks to you grabbing my drink by mistake.
Okay.
How did that help?
After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases when I suddenly thought of what you said, that the Fanta tasted kind of salty and icky.
Wait, do you mean that?
Fanta only comes in sweet flavors.
Oh.
So how could it have tasted salty? The color of the drink, if I recall, had also been a bit off.
So the Fanta had been spiked with water from the primordial sea?
Yes.
Oh.
So if you hadn't drunk that
Oh,
cup for me...
Spina di Rosula is preparing
Paimon, you're gonna take the water.
rewards for you as
Sorry.
we speak for saving
I
the
mean,
boss.
that's a really.
Really?
That's a really clutch, Paimon. Actually, Paimon, neither of us are Pom team.
I sent people to Hotel de Boer to investigate. But whoever did this left no trace at
And
all.
Paimon came in with the
That's
clutch.
when I figured out that you might be in danger and hurried here as quickly as I could.
But why would they go after us too? All we did was defend Linny in court and help.
Well, you did foil a plan that they were
Ah
probably
shit! Now
pretty
we
proud of,
we
and almost
caught
got
out
their
in
name in
this
the
mess
process.
now.
Speaking of which,
Another adventure, another
strange happen when
adventures
you drank the
with the
primordial
adventurer
seawater?
Paimon.
Well, it can't be coincidence that the traveler fainted just now. Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too. But does that mean the primordial seawater raises someone's sensitivity to hydro when it's used on people who are not from Fontaine?
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad thing, to be honest.
I also gained some new intel.
New intel? While you were out cold?
Well, let's hear it, shall we? Oh, that is important.
When connected to the oceanic functions, okay.
Vache. That name doesn't ring a bell. I suppose he hasn't stepped forward as a witness in court lately. Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least at the crime scene. But he never gave testimony or any information regarding people dissolving in the primordial seawater. Yes, thank you. This is very important information indeed. We will... Oh, you mean you'll help us investigate?
Well, you did say that our farewell meal didn't really count. And besides, we're in this now whether we like it or not. You're not gonna let those people who targeted us get off the hook so easily, are you, Traveler?
Listen, as we cost them.
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite so pleased.
You talk too much. Well, in that case, let's head back to one of our bases, shall we? Also have some plans to go over, and hopefully we can deepen our bonds as partners. But we'll take that one step at a time, I guess.
Don't worry, you two. With us around, our base is definitely secure.
Don't worry, Chuck. With us around, really secure. Go to the Spina Rosulina stronghold. Where is that? Oh, it's just over there. Wait, it's on the main city, right? Oh, okay, of course. Good thing I noticed. Otherwise, I just freaking swam there. Oh yeah, I didn't do my daily mission yet, right? I'm gonna do later. Okay.
It's right up ahead, but let's make sure we weren't followed first.
I've been keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted anyone suspicious thus far.
Very good. But let's not let our guard down for now.
I shall find rooms for our respected guests.
Thank you, Malus. Now, let's continue.
Okay. Got a place to stay now. Whoa, okay. Wait, she live in the sewer? Yeah, I thought she like a mansion something. Oh, it really is a sewer. No wonder she doesn't have money. Welcome to the slum. Oh, shit. She really live in the sewer. What the fuck? This is where all the shit go. Right, sure, okay, there's a teleporter over here. Oh, I really like the jazz sound. You know what this remind me of? It reminds me of like Sector 7 from Final Fantasy. Oh, there's a bar here. What's this? 7 Heaven? Tender. Okay. Oh, she's over here.
So, this is your base? It's not quite what Paimon imagined.
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the present circumstances, I can confidently say it's the best we have.
Well, our funds have been a little tight lately. After all, we don't allow illegal or unethical profiteering. In fact, our funds often come from citizenry who support us.
Seems like it's tough times for everyone. But if you have the support of the people, that does sound like it's worth it.
To be honest, our financial situation was a lot better back when my father was in charge a few years ago. I'm afraid I'm not quite his equal.
Your father... he was the previous boss of Spina di Rosula, right?
Okay.
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me to explain.
No. I'll explain it myself. I suppose I couldn't run from this topic forever. And as partners, this is something I hope they can understand. My father's name is Callus.
Callus.
Yes, the same one they call Callus the Unfaithful in the streets. 3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend. But he chose a duel to defend his honor, instead of standing trial.
And he's dead in the duelist.
He died in the duelist ring.
Oh no.
They got skitty shoes.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. I'm sure he was set up.
Then why shit?
At the
Then why he
time,
asked
I
for a
believed
duel?
that if he only stood trial and was duly investigated, something amiss would crop up and prove his innocence. But strangely, he not only requested the duel himself, but rumor has it that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel, he refused to surrender, determined to die in the arena. 3 years later, I still don't understand
I
why
want to
he
see
did it.
where this arena
How
is.
could he protect his honor if he's dead? If anything, he gave up his chance to defend himself.
This game seems quite odd.
The closest piece of info I have is that my father had been investigating the serial disappearances case at the time of his death.
Ah, so that's why you're so determined to get to the bottom of that case.
Might be someone in the court. Maybe
That's right.
have some connection
Also tried
to
to
the
investigate the murder my father was
the
implicated in.
organization that in charge of this
I haven't found a
experience, right?
single new clue in my countless reviews of the investigation records. However, I believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, they must know something. I must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? Framed? If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications when giving birth to me. And now, here I am investigating his death.
You know, we quite a lot in this regard.
Demoiselle, please, if there is anything I can do, anything at all.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. There are none whom I respect more than the two of you. Master Callus did so much good in life, yet all it took was one murder case for him to be dubbed Callus the Unfaithful. Even our supporters decreased greatly due to that incident, hence our strained finances at present.
Wait, if Callus was such a good man, wouldn't people at least be a little suspicious when he was accused?
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. It's not something exclusive to people from Fontaine, really. Everyone's like that.
Yeah.
People love watching the evil turn over a new leaf, but they also enjoy watching good people fall into an abyss from one slip-up just as much.
Yep. Kinda true though.
Never mind. If Callus was really falsely accused, we have to find the truth. He didn't deserve to have that happen to him.
There is one other thing. Master Callus's opponent in the duel was Ms. Cloran.
Oh, okay.
Her? Well, then, isn't that as good as saying that she was the one who killed him? Yeah, that's not the sort of thing that you can just let go and move on from.
Ms. Cloran has always placed great emphasis on the honorable nature of the duel. If her opponent doesn't yield, she will not stop either. She knew Master Callus beforehand and greatly respected him, but seeing how he was resolute in the arena, there was only ever one choice she could have made.
It's not that I don't understand her at all.
Don't worry, Navia. Paimon knows how you feel. You don't have to force yourself to do that.
Afterward, Ms. Cloran told us that at the start of the duel, Master Callus requested that she ensure Demoiselle Navia's safety. Yes, that is our understanding as well.
Oh, Papa. What madness drove you to ask the person who killed you to take care of me?
Okay.
Anyway, that's the information I wanted to share with you. Thanks. You two should go and rest. This was quite a day after all.
Yeah. Paimon's feet.
Please, relax and get some sleep. We will ensure you rest soundly.
That's in your room.
Paimon's, huh? Navia? Where did the other two go?
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place of origin, and where we have our headquarters. There's not much for them to do here at the moment.
Paimon gets the feeling that you're just trying to get them off your back. But never mind that. When did you get back?
No, I just returned after going out for a while. I did some investigating yesterday regarding the name Vache.
Wait, so you didn't sleep at all?
How could I after having such critical new evidence appear?
Guess Paimon wasn't speaking for everyone just now, huh?
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence. I suspect that those behind this have already taken steps to hinder an investigation from this angle.
Does that mean we're too late, though?
No. There is one ray of hope. One place in Fontaine that they would find almost impossible to threaten. And that is the archives kept by Chief Justice Neuvillette.
Okay.
A place where detailed files on all the cases in recent years are kept. If the Oceanette you met is one of the young women who went missing recently, we should be able to find some related information there.
So Neuvillette maintains an archive of case files? In that case, let's go talk to him, shall we?
Okay. What's the problem now?
Aren't you coming along, Navia?
No, it's nothing. Let's go see the Honorable Chief Justice.
Right. Let's go.
The Palais is right up ahead. Come on.
Please state your business here.
What?
The Chief Justice is presently occupied with official matters. Huh. This place does look pretty heavily guarded.
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Huh?
Oh no.
You?
A fury.
Just to be clear, I don't care who you are or who you might be related to.
See? They've got great discipline, too.
Yep. Paimon can tell. If you're here just to crack jokes, I can point you towards the exit.
No. What I meant to say is, shouldn't you remember us from a few days ago? We were at the trial of the great magician Linny.
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the Steambird. You must be Linny's attorneys. It's all coming back to me now.
We're here today to report and archive some information on a follow-up case.
Huh. Is that even a thing?
Of course. Don't worry. We're here on official business. You can trust us.
All right then, I'll let you through. The Chief Justice is just inside.
Thanks so much.
Please come in.
Ooh. It's a big ass room we got there.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Nervalet. We only lied to get in because we didn't know any other way.
It's all right. Please let me know how I may be of assistance to you.
So you're not mad at us?
We're looking for a man called Vache. He may have been an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. If we can find him...
Ah, I see. In that case, please wait here a moment while I browse through the files.
Who knew that Nervalet would be so easy to talk to?
People that are easy to talk to sometimes hold the most information. So, the most ulterior motive behind.
Unfortunately, I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vache has been involved in any case, criminal or civil, in the past several years. There are no records of him either in the files or in my memory.
Traveler, what if it was really just a dream?
Is that so? All right then. Thank you so much, Monsieur Neuvillette. We'll take our leave now.
Okay.
Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel. Your father, Callus, was a truly exceptional man. We deeply regret his passing.
And what are you trying to say, Monsieur Neuvillette? Are you trying to console me? Extend your sympathy? Or just express some tendril of regret? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. There's no emotion behind your words. It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, I pushed through the guards to talk to you as a last resort. You even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case, yet you still allowed the duel to go ahead. In your eyes, the value of a human life is nothing compared to those cold laws you hold so dear. If you truly regret my father's death, then why didn't you call a stop to the duel? Why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing his life away? Why did you just let him die? Despised and hated by all.
Up the Genshin game a
Everything was hanging on a thread at that moment. Just that
it's getting really emotional here.
Could have changed everything. There are still so many things I never got to tell him. So many questions he still owes me answers to. If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes. I, Navia, will show you the true meaning of regret.
I'm sorry, Miss Navia.
You and my father are truly alike. You keep all kinds of things in your heart and never say a word to anyone. It's not so much that you can't feel, but that you would never express anything. Oh well. In any case, everyone already knows full well the apathy of the Chief Justice. My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Paimon was like, what the? I just hurt.
Navia, are you okay?
I'm fine.
It's raining.
it's raining.
You're right. Wasn't it still sunny when we went into the building? And there shouldn't be any active trials today. How strange.
Now that I think of it, on the day my father was convicted of murder, it was also raining.
Rain.
What is it?
That must
Did you
be
think of
the
something?
biggest clue.
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? Do you think the rain could have affected the crime scene? That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that, but didn't find anything of value. Oh? Wait. You don't mean...
The paper can be turned into water.
So you're saying that the true murderer could have been turned into water and then got washed away with the rain? Yeah. And if that's what had happened, then no one would have believed your dad, even if he explained what he saw to the authorities.
I really think I found a true genius for a partner. You're completely right. How did I not connect the dots earlier? All right, let's go to Poisson. With this new lead in mind, we'll get to the bottom of my father's case for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna make progress for sure this time.
Do you want to go with me now? Or do you want to head over by yourself later?
Okay, I join you later.
All right, then I'll wait for you at
It's
Poisson.
already late, but I'm gonna stop streaming for now. Maybe do some exploring first. So I guess I'm gonna finish the stream today. Guys, I'm gonna continue it tomorrow. Alright guys, that's it for today's stream. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow night. I think tomorrow night I will be streaming a little until like 2 AM I guess for tomorrow. So we can, I mean, at least you can finish the stream by tomorrow, right? But I'm not sure like if I'm gonna stream Genshin or not because it depends how busy I am tomorrow. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my to the YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like if you like the video. And we're gonna see you guys tomorrow. So bye bye.